Hi, it's Jen from Shabby Fabrics with a special opportunity today, a new Block of the Month quilt for Christmas. This is called a Merry Christmas Garden by Gail Pan. She's an Australian designer. I have known Gail for quite some time and always admired her designs as I walked past her booth at International Quilt Market. This pattern's actually been on the market for a while, and when I saw Ann Sutton's collection from Moda, I just thought this was the perfect chance to add those fabrics as well as many others. And you're seeing the beautiful quilt here, something very, very special to display and just cherish year over year. You'll be so excited to display that each year. And the way that time is moving, I feel like I'm putting my Christmas decorations out sooner and sooner each year, but I think it's just because time is moving so fast. So you want to definitely be a part of this. It's taken us quite a long time to collect all the fabrics to be able to put the quilt together. So we have a limited space as always. How we're going to be running our block of the month will actually be for 7 months. These are really big blocks. So the quilt is actually right here is one block. And then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Of course, you know all of that applique will be prefused and laser cut. None of that tracing, none of that cutting, that's all done for you. And I love that blend of getting to do a little bit of patchwork in here along with doing our applique. And then of course in our final month, month 7, you'll be getting your inner border, outer borders, and we're going to make sure that that outer border is a long continuous cut. So you're not having to splice that plaid. We take those extra steps so that your borders are just beautiful. They're long and continuous and you're not having to piece anything. And of course, we're going to be including the binding also in that 7th month shipment. Your options, lots of options for you on this one. Starting off, of course, with the backing fabric. This is another one from Ann Sutton's collection here with the beautiful little birds. Just so pretty on the back of this here. We've got our little birds kind of popping all around, so it's kind of a bird themed quilt in a way. And oops kit, that might be a new term to you, and it's exactly what it says. If you make any oopses, maybe cutting your patchwork, you don't have to worry about that. This is a low cost insurance policy of those fabrics. So if you make a mistake in cutting, maybe even piecing, you can just bring that out and start again. And in the end, maybe you have some fabric left over from your oops kit. You could do a coordinating pillow project or just add the fabric, of course, to your stash. Anytime we're doing prefused laser cut, of course, that fusible is just temporary. We need to stitch that down with a 50 weight thread, and we put together a small but very purposeful set of thread, and those are the exact colors that we use to stitch down all of our applique shapes to the background. So those are your options on that. Of course, in addition to that, everything that we needed to make the project is on the set with me, and I'll highlight the things that are really the most significant, definitely starting off with our light box and our applique pressing mat, because we like to pre-assemble the applique using that in conjunction with a layout diagram. So we're bringing that onto our pieced background, or in this case, just our cream background as a single unit. Versus bringing these on one by one. The alignment's never quite right. I've done all of that so many times where I didn't have a layout diagram and I'm just kind of visually guessing where everything goes. So it's really nice when we can go ahead and pre-assemble all of that, bringing that onto the background, and that's what that does for you. A little bit of hand embroidery on this. We love even that addition here. So if you don't have a hoop at home, we've got some available. You can even buy the 3-pack. It has different sizes, really affordable. So no matter if you're working on a really small project or maybe a bigger one, you've got that set available for you. Hand embroidery needles, Richard Hemming. If you have any challenges threading those needles, the Clover Needle Threader may be a great tool for you. The specific rulers I like to call your attention to that we found we were grabbing for. Of course, we wanted our big creative grid for our borders, our inner border, outer border, even that binding. But of course, as we're starting to do our patchwork here, things are starting to get much smaller. So we started grabbing for our 2.5 by 12.5. We definitely loved that 2.5 inch. If you want to just put that down on top of your fabric with a spinning mat and just cut all the way around that, It's a great tool to be able to do that. Or you can just cut your sections with a 2.5 and then subcut them. Just a suggestion. The corner clipper was really handy when we were doing kind of our flying geese sections here, and we were just wanting to kind of do a sew and flip technique, so that might be something to pick up. And of course, thread, patchwork pins, fresh blade, and the rotary cutter. I can't emphasize that enough. Just a lot going on with this very, very special Block of the Month quilt that I have been so anxious to bring you for actually a lot of years. And the stars aligned, and you are now seeing that very special quilt. So if this too is something you just want to absolutely be hanging in your home, be sure to grab your spot, backing, your oops kit, your thread set, anything else you might need. Let a friend know, and I will see you soon on another Shabby video.